Good evening, everyone. It's Eric from African Art Works with Eric. African Art Talks, I should say, with Eric. It's a Saturday, and I'm so glad to come your way. It's a great day. I hope wherever you are in the world, you're having a great day as well. It's fantastic. And I'm so happy this evening. It's actually 4 o'clock in the UK, but winter is just around the corner, so the weather has changed. It's getting a bit more darker than usual. But I'm so glad that you've come my way, and I'm so glad that you're here with me. Now, today's guest is a fantastic friend of mine, an artist that I so much believe in because his works are so powerful. He is from Nigeria, and I'll be introducing him later on. But for now, I want everybody to share this video. I want it to go far and wide. So invite your friends. We're going to talk about everything. You know what we do? We educate. We make sure that we send the message out there to tell our own story. We're not going to leave the African story to anyone else than ourselves. So we're going to talk about what Adinkra symbols mean. We're going to talk about our artworks. We're going to actually showcase the artwork of my good friend, Tosin. So definitely do so. I'm going to play that intro video again. But as I do so, share the video and let it reach far and wide. Thank you so much. Hope you're doing well. Welcome back. I'm going to make it fast and quick. And as I said, it's all about African art education. I'm going to see who has joined me today. And definitely we're going to give a shout out to anybody who's joined. So thank you so much for everybody who's joined today. I can see that my friend Banahia Champon has joined, as well as Ebenezer Ampar. Thank you so much for joining. Now, today's show is going to be something that you can't actually ignore, because the young person that I'm going to interview has got his works all over the place, and his techniques are so unique. But before then, as we normally do, we're going to talk about a bit of an education on Adinkra symbols, as we normally do. So let's get started, shall we? I hope wherever you are, you're doing well. Let us get started. So the Adinkra symbols has been something that I've been talking about all over these weeks that I've been interviewing people. And their symbols originating from the Akan Kingdom of Ghana. The Akans belong to the Ashanti Kingdom. And this was originally drawn by King Nana Kojo Ajiman Adinkra. So he used his name to name these symbols. We've got in total about 146 Adinkra symbols, but I'm going to choose one of them today for us to talk about. And the one that I've chosen really means a lot to me. It really, really means a lot to me, and it's called Impatapo. Impatapo. Now, those who understand tree, impata means you're separating something. Po means a knot. So in the English one is the knot of pacification or reconciliation. Now, many a times when we have conflicts or when we actually want to pacify someone, it's quite a very difficult process. But this symbol reminds us of the ability to pacify or reconcile when you actually fall out with someone. Now, the meaning, the symbol depicts a knot which has no end. So if you have a look at the drawing over there, the symbol over there, there's no end to it. And it represents peace. It represents peace, particularly after conflict, as well as forgiveness and reconciliation. Now, these days, a lot of people are not friends with people because they can't have the process of reconciliation or they can't have peace. But this symbol should remind us at all times that there should be peace among us on earth, especially around this time of COVID, where everybody is on the edge. We should make sure that we live at peace with all men. So that's the education for today. Did you like it? That's the education for today. And Patapo means the act of reconciliation, being at peace with all men. When you see that symbol, guys, you're wondering what's behind me, aren't you? This is a painting I did quite recently. That's my latest painting, and I'll be talking about it at the end of the show. But for now, my focus is on my guest. My guest is somebody that I've been following on Facebook for a long, long time, and he is somebody whose work inspires me a lot. His work inspired me a lot. His name is Tosin Oyeniyi. I hope I've pronounced the name really well, but when he comes on, he'll let me know how to pronounce his surname. So let him feel welcome. Prepare your questions in the comment section. Make sure you comment and ask him questions. I'm going to bring him on now, make him feel so welcome. Hey, Tosin, how you doing?
This Tosin Oyeniyi from Nigeria.
Made it today. It's Tosin from Nigeria. Tosin, how do I pronounce your surname?
Yeah. Oyeniyi.
Oyeniyi, Tosin Oyeniyi.
Yes, that's the surname.
Lovely. And Tosin has been someone that I've known on Facebook for quite some time. So I really believe in him. I believe in the work that he's doing. He's doing some amazing work in Nigeria. And surprisingly, I found out that your work is on Saatchi Online as well.
Yes.
Great. We're going to go in there. We're going to talk about where else your work is. But before we begin, if anybody asks, who is Tosin? What can you tell us about who you are?
I'm Tosin, a graduate from the Department of Fine and Applied Arts, Obafemi Awolowo University, Nigeria. I specialize in printmaking, basically lino printmaking. That was what I started in 2009. Till today, that's what I've been doing. So that's all I say about myself.
So Tosin, your line is breaking just a little bit. If you can find a sweet spot in the location, that would be really good. But carry on.
Okay. Yeah, what I'm saying is this. I studied art in school from university. That should be 3-4 years back.
All right. So have you always known that you wanted to be an artist?
And to me that being an artist, when I was in secondary school, I've been to many competitions that I was able to came up with first and second position there. Then he told me I can do more better if I study more in university. That's why I decided, okay,
Right.
let me change my passion from banking to be an artist. So then
Wow,
I
that's
changed my
amazing.
career in university.
I'm just going to recollect what you've just said for the benefit of those who can't hear us properly because your line was
Okay.
breaking up. Tosin said that he nearly went into banking, but at secondary school or at, when he was young, he took part in competitions and he came either first or second in most of them. And you were advised by who? Who advised you to go into art?
By 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 a uncle like that, an uncle to me, he came around for a visit when I
All right.
ended up with my wife. So he said, instead of me
Yeah.
going for banking and finance, I should go for finance and apply that.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So instead of going into banking, he switched into fine art. And here we are today talking about your work.
Yeah.
Talking about your work. And did you face any
Yes.
challenges earlier on
Yeah.
in changing purely to dedicate yourself to
I,
art?
I, 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 I faced a lot. Basically,
Right.
from this part of the world where I am, they really
Yeah.
don't appreciate art.
True.
So later on, we discover people are coming up with ideas. But when we
Yeah.
started, it seems to be maybe you are doing a jobless kind of work. Even
That's
then,
right.
while we are in secondary school, they believe that you are in art class, you are a non-entity. You don't know anything. You are poor
Yeah.
in other subjects. That's why you want to go into art. But when the time comes on, it seems to be okay. Artists are now people that have record in the community. People are now going along with
Mm.
them. Then we believe we are on the way. So that's all I have to say about it. And apart from this, you see it to be art seems to be what you can't just jump into. Some people see it to
True.
be I've not eaten. You are telling me to come and buy an artwork. What are you talking about? Then you don't know what
Yes.
you are talking about. In the long
That's
run, we
right.
made them know art as means of so many means. It brings about happiness, brings about it talk about history, talk about so many things. So from there,
That's
people
right.
imbibe into it and then come back into art. So that's what I would say.
Mm. Mm. So there's
Yeah.
some emotional connection to art pieces, and it's up to us, the artists, to educate those in the African continent to appreciate art a bit more. I mean, here in the West,
So
they
many.
do
We can't
appreciate
even
art a
talk
lot
all
more.
about it.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes. All right.
So there are
So
a lot of
how is
things.
the art environment in Nigeria like?
Art in
The
Nigeria,
art
we are
scene.
thanking God recently is coming up. But from days
Mm,
back, those that are there are the ones that are still existing. But now
that's
we can
true.
see a lot of young artists that are coming up with so many
Right.
different ideas. I knew
Okay.
about it. What I only know about Lino Print is basically Baba Blues on Obrakwe. That's all I know about Lino Print. But there was a
Right.
time I just see it to be a kind of challenge that why should just a person should be doing the work. And I'll think about, okay, we can do more. I met with one of my
Good.
lecturer and told me little about linography. Then I
Okay.
studied more about it. I went online, I do my own research, I do my own practical work. Then I came up with an idea. Then I believe I can be the next Onobra player in the country.
Wow, wow, I like that. I mean, the
Uh,
aspect that we should dream bigger than we are and also experiment
yes,
with different techniques. I like that.
yeah.
But then that has to come from within. How do you, I would say, how do you challenge yourself? How do you encourage yourself to keep going, to keep pushing? What inspires you?
It's very hard. I will not lie to you. There are
Yeah,
times that even in a month to 3 months, you might not even see a patronage, but you
yeah,
keep on that. This thing, as far as some at the front, they can bring something out of this. I must be able to bring something out of it. You
definitely.
understand? The kind of question I got is before I went into it, I have determined within me, be it
Mm,
successful or not, I will not leave art. Then I
that's
started
it.
it by play, we move on. So and later on, we discover it's becoming something we are expecting. That's
That's
kind of
true.
thing. The motivation I got is that whenever I see coming around to appreciate my work, they are telling me you are going somewhere. You can
Yes,
do more. You can do
that's
better.
right.
Then I get motivated that okay, I can do more things. As far as people are
That's it.
appreciating it, you are doing what is expected of you. But if it should be that the way you are doing it, people are not appreciating, people are not saying anything about it, you are just deceiving yourself.
You get
But
discouraged.
I keep, yes, people motivate me every day. People
That's
tell me
right.
you can do more. This is what we are expecting from you. We are expecting more from you. then I believe I can do more. That's what I say about it.
No, that's amazing, because these days the world is becoming a bit smaller because of technology. And that is one of the main reasons why I set up this show, to showcase the talent that we've got in Africa. There's a lot of talent there. So this currently is being streamed. Yeah, it's being streamed on YouTube as well as the Facebook channel. And I'd like people to get to know you a bit more. So let's dive into some of the work that you do, so that you can talk us through it. Because I'm not sure how you started. Did you start by drawing and then you went into lino or painting? I can see that you're so versatile. You can draw, you can actually paint, and then you can also do the lino printing. So talk us through. I'm going to show a few of your works, and then you talk us through the process of how you do it. So currently we're looking at 2 drawings. Are they pencil drawings?
Yes, photography as a graphic artist. But when I left university, so I see it to be a kind of challenge because there's no material. The biggest paper we could see then is A4. That should be, is it A3 paper? That's the biggest. So coming out with the work is a bit challenging. And I believe, okay, maybe I should start from somewhere. I was able to work on 3x4 each drawing. Moving on, there was a time I went to a paper house, then I see something related to like A1 paper. I move on. I can bring something out of this. I come up with it from there, because art seems to be a kind of, drawing seems to be a kind of general course for everybody in university. You are into drawing, you make paint, you make almost every aspect of art. Then you now decide inside of you, which one do you want to go for? Then I believe, okay, as far as I know more about drawing, let me start with drawing. From there, when I started getting the record, I believe, okay, what I really love to do is linography. Then I pick out lino cuts to be my area of specialization. It's been a while I make drawing. Most drawing I make now, they are commission drawings. So I've not been working on concept drawing, on projects, on drawing again. Basically, all my projects now, they are on linography, lino cuts, basically full time. Whenever you see a drawing on my page, whenever I make a drawing now, it's basically commission. Maybe you want to make something for someone else, then I make drawing. So that's how I do it.
But I can tell that the skills that you gathered when you were purely drawing as a graphic artist is still transferred to your lino, isn't it? You've transferred the same skills.
Yes, that's the issue.
So these 2 images, what inspired you to actually draw these and shade them as excellently as you've done? Can you talk about the one on the left-hand side?
Okay, this is 2 different drawings. One of them is a commission work. The other one, the biggest one there, is not a commission work. I was just thinking today, because I was brought up with a single mother.
Right.
So I was thinking, there was a day I was watching, I was going through the internet, I was surfing through the internet. I saw this picture. I now remember a day when my mom was walking tirelessly with sweat all through her face. And I believe, okay, this is the kind of woman, a virtuous woman that working so excellent to bring out something good from his daily job, maybe possibly to nurture our children or to take care of 1 or 2 things in the community. I believe I could go by that work. So I invited into this. This drawing takes me like 2 weeks to achieve it.
There's a lot of detail.
3x4 feet drawing that is talking about a woman that is very active, proactive. Just a commission work given to me by a client just to draw his fiancée staying abroad. We met in an exhibition in Nigeria. He gave me the work that I should do it for him, and he take it along with himself down to Germany.
That's amazing. No, that's beautiful. And then the one on the right-hand side.
Yeah, the one that has the hair, that's a little write-up. That's a commission work. I make it for someone to be a present. But
that's right.
Is a commission work. The commission drawing.
That's so beautiful. That's so beautiful. So from then on, did you then go into a bit more painting? Have you done paintings or before you went into
I make a lot of paintings, but mainly because I'm basically now into graphics. I don't always like to show what my painting. I have a lot. I have more than 15 to 20 pieces of different. The one that still with me, I've sold a lot, but the one that still with me is up to 15 to 20. But I don't like to talk about painting these days. Basically, I talk about lino
You want to focus. Yeah, you want to focus.
I want to make it a challenge for myself. Now, okay. Yes. I want to focus basically on linographing. I don't want to talk. If you see me with drawing or painting now, is a commission work.
That's it. That's it. So what material do you normally paint?
But if I talk anything that has to do with philosophy, that has to do with the kind of special. I paint on canvas. I use acrylic and I use oil color.
Okay, so you paint in both acrylic and oil as well. And normally, I use acrylic and oil color. What subject areas do you focus on? You know, in all your lino, in all your painting and all that. What subject areas do you focus on?
I love to paint nature.
Okay.
In my paintings, I love nature cuts. But when talking about lino cuts, I believe I can do more with human figure.
Yeah. Yes. No, it's great. It's great. Yeah. I'm going to now go into your lino technique because that's where we want to focus our attention on. And I've got this picture on screen. I can see there's a lot of work that goes into what you're doing. Can you take us through the process?
This is a kind of art process that has to do with reduction. We have dry ink type, we have reduction, but the one I'm doing now is reduction. Sometimes I was taught just a color. I work more and getting myself of 7 colors now. So I believe when you want to start this, is basically most of the time in reverse form. So if you paint someone if you are printing someone from the left, if you print it out, it will come out in the right form.
True.
So the issue is it prints mostly in reverse.
Right.
I think you understand what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So now you started from the lightest color.
Okay.
Wherever you're having the white, you etch the white out. You use the lightest color to roll. You use your roller and apply the lightest color on it. You roll your paper on it. That would be your first color. After drying out, you bring out your Nora rubber again. You cut out the next color to that. So in this kind of work, you follow color gradation. So you move from the lightest color to the darkest color. That's how it is done.
That's interesting because you're using the same. What material is it? Plywood or what material is that? Are you carving into wood?
We call it Nora.
Sorry, come again. What do you call it?
Linoleum.
Linoleum. Okay.
Linoleum.
Linoleum. Okay. And then you cut into
linoleum. LINOLEUM.
So that's linoleum. Okay, great. Got it. Yeah. Got it. And then the results of what you do, I'm going to show.
Have lino.
Lino. Okay.
We have the lino roller, and we use offsetting on it. Yes.
Right. Okay. So let's say this is the first stage, and you do actually apply the lightest first before you actually cut into the different shades. So for a specific painting, let's look at this one, for instance. How many cuts did you do? And guys, all of you who are watching, this is so beautiful, a painting that he's done. Even the way that he's achieved the water, the waves on the water is remarkable, considering that he's just used lino printing. So how many colors or shades do you normally do?
This is just 3 colors.
3 colors, okay.
Yeah. The very first color, I etch out the white, then I print in blue. So after that, I etch out the blue, I print in red. So after etching of the red now, I print in black. That seems to be the last color.
All right.
I can work up.
And then you use the same lino to etch out the 3 colors, is it?
Yes, the same board. If not, the time that doesn't permit, if you can check out my page, you can see the video of the first color, the second one, and the third one. I make video record of every one of them, one after the other.
Right. So if time permits, definitely we're going to watch a video of the process itself.
No problem.
And I'll try and get that. We'll go through all of them, and then I'll go through your Facebook page, and then we can actually have a look at the video.
Most of it, if you want to one? You can go to my Instagram page. That's the fullest, or my YouTube page. I have my YouTube and my Instagram.
We will do that. Most
of the one on Facebook is
so can you talk about this piece specifically? What is the subject? What's going on in there? What inspired you to come up with this piece?
I titled this piece in my mother's tongue. That is, it's talking about early morning, where everybody have their voyage. That if you have something good to do, you don't need to sleep for long. There's a music I listen to in Nigeria talking about if you want to do something good in life, you don't need to sleep a lot. You wake very early in the morning and you move on your journey. You bring up something good.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's a good lesson in there. So I take it these are fishermen, aren't they?
Yes, this is talking about those that are moving as early as possible. Each and everyone is going on voyage to their place of work. Those that want to catch fish, they are catching their fish, and some other things they want to do, they move on. It's basically talking about transportation. People are moving early in the morning. They are going to where they want to go and work and make their money for their earnings.
It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Is it a real location in Nigeria? Did you actually take a picture of a location, or was it from your imagination?
Yes. It's a location in Nigeria. I went to Makoko. There's a place called Amoakwa-Boadu in Lagos. So that was where I catch it. So I've been there for like 3-4 times, but I was unable to get the exact picture I want. So there's this. Even I have been naming this another thing, but I went there so very early in the morning to get this picture. That was when I discovered, okay, let me even name this work early morning. So that's why
early morning.
Yes, it's early morning. That everybody needs to move. If you want to make something good, you cannot stay in a place and believe that thing will come up to you. It can't. You always move.
Amazing.
You look for things to make it happen. So that you say that something will come up to you. Things will not come. You got to look for them.
You got to look for them. And for viewers who are watching me, I always say that artists have inspiration behind what we do. And the advice that Tosin has given us right now, and it's a brilliant advice, is that if you want to be successful, you don't have to sleep for long. You have to wake up and chase after your dreams. You have to take action and make things happen. So thanks for the lesson through this painting. It's amazing.
You're welcome.
It's amazing. I'm going to show your next piece of work. I know that we haven't got enough time for today, so I'm just going to go through your work so that we can talk more about it.
No problem.
Now, I can see these two beautiful pieces. Is it a repeat print on the left-hand side? I can see.
Yes, the repeat print.
Okay. How did you achieve it? Since you said that you took layers upon layers and you had 3 different layers for the 3 different colors. How did you do all these multiple ones?
Okay, I would like to tell you, I intentionally put this picture for you so I'll be able to talk about it.
Definitely.
Print, if I have the intention to print 500 copies, I can make 500 copies with just a linoleum.
Wow.
Yes, if I wish to. It's systematically like you are talking about printing press. Printing press can press as much as you can. The only problem, the strength you use will be much. The time it will consume will be much. But I can produce as much as I can. I'm telling you,
see this. It will look exactly the same, isn't it?
Yes. The issue is this: if you are able to get to my page, you understand more what I'm talking about. When I make the first printing, it's paper. I wrote the first one, I remove it. I can roll as 500 in just the first etching. I can roll 500 paper and I keep them. When they dry, I etch the second one. The same 500 paper, I can still repeat it on the same art piece for the second color. I've gotten another 500 like that. So until I'm done with the 3 colors. So from this, I can make 500 copy in just a linoleum.
That is amazing. That's amazing. Okay, now that we talked about the technique, let's talk about the subject. Why this lady? I mean, what inspired you to paint this lady?
Yeah, talking about the dread ball.
Yes.
What's come up to me is I I used myself to be a subject of this.
Okay.
I later cut off my dreads. I was once a dread boy.
Oh, were
The
you?
problem and the, yes, the problem and the challenges I had when I was young seems to be a kind of mindset because I came up from a broken home where my dad and my mom went on separate home where I'm staying basically with my mom.
Right.
So stood up in the morning like that, and I believe that no matter how it is, I'm not going back. I must make this woman happy one of these days.
Yes.
So I call it work. I call it courage. It seems to be where you encourage yourself that I want to make things happen, and it must happen.
Yes. That's it.
That's how it is. So
I like
the kind
your
of
spirit.
motivation I got
in life,
this
you're fighting for what
so,
you want.
yes, and now no matter what it is, I must make this woman happy. He really tried. He did a lot. From the 5 children we are, she was able to brought us up to the extent that everyone can stand on his own.
That's right.
And I said, this woman, no matter how it is, I must make you happy. So I see this. If you are looking at that guy, the guy is very focused, looking at the front.
Very focused.
His head is straightforward. He's not looking elsewhere. He's looking up to a point that he must achieve. And that's all bring about the work that, okay, no matter how it is, don't let anything stop you. If you have a mindset that I want to achieve something, nothing to stop you. Make sure you get it before you go back. That's what bring about.
You have to keep going.
Yeah, you have to keep going.
So basically, this boy is about you in person.
Yeah. Yes. I'm the subject matter of that work.
I like that. Very beautifully captured. And I like the color palette as well within this one.
The second one, right? Hello?
So let's talk about now the children laughing on the right-hand side.
Okay. These children you are looking up to, I made black and white and I made the multicolor. I think you have them all in your phone. This one,
that's right.
Work is talking about the hero. The hero. I named the work the hero.
Okay.
What are we talking about? I use this work basically to appreciate those that take care of orphan,
right?
Those grandma and grandpa that take care of those children that their children brought up to them as their grandchild.
Yes.
So I use this to appreciate them all. Because if you are looking at these 3 children now, if you look at the colored one, there seems to be someone that is suffering.
Yes.
But with the help of the grandpa, the grandma, orphanage, they are happy.
Yeah.
They are
happy.
They have the.
You can see hope.
They are very happy.
And faith.
Yes, they are very happy. They have the hope that something will happen. Once they see their boss, or once they see the grandma or the grandpa, that something will definitely happen.
That's right.
Okay, let's just believe now. If these children now, they have nobody to care about them, they are just walking and staying in the streets, and nobody to tell them, okay, this is what you need to do. This is what you need. Let me give you. If at all not up to what they want, but they are able to bring something out, then they are very happy. So I call it those that take care of the orphanage. I call them the hero. That's why I named the work the hero. You never brag, but they are very happy whenever they always wish you are there. They will never pray to have any problem with them. They always wish this person is there for us because they believe if you are still alive, they have no problem. Only if you are in your absence now, they can talk about you are no more. If you are no more with them.
Yes. So there's a level of trust that they have for you, and it's very touching because you are their only source. You know, when they look up to you, you are their only strength.
Yes. So that's why they are very happy.
Let me try and go to your page. I'm going to share my screen so that we try and capture the process. So I'm going to go to your Facebook page and bear with me, guys, as we try and share the screen. I'm going to try and find your Facebook page. Right. So let's see.
No problem.
There we go. So that's his Facebook page. I'm going to start playing that page, and then we will see how we go on. Right. So there we go. There's a video right there. I'm going to make it live. Okay, that name.
I'm just working on this piece. It's not yet
okay,
out.
I'm gonna make it full screen.
Yes, no problem, no problem.
I'm gonna share it again.
No problem,
I'll make
problem.
I'll make it bigger.
All right.
Okay, so bear with me. Let me start again. This is, guys, bear with us. This is live right here and on the spot. So I'm gonna go and share that video again. Let's try that again. Bring you right here where we share your screen. Share screen again. And I'm going to choose application window, choose that one and share. Right. So let us do it again. So we got the screen right there. I'm going to play. Okay. Okay. So Facebook doesn't want to play it, but we're going to try it again. Let me find another one.
Can we try Instagram?
Yes, we're going to try Instagram.
Okay.
That's an interesting one, isn't it? Right. So let's go to Instagram.
Yeah, Tosin Oyeniyi underscore.
Do you have YouTube?
I have YouTube, Tosin Oyeniyi, but I don't have much on YouTube. I prefer Instagram.
Okay, so let's see Instagram, and I'm going to take the screen of viewers whilst we go on Instagram, and then we'll get Instagram working. So bear with us. I will do Instagram in the background, and then we'll log into Instagram and have a look live at your work, because I really want to see your process. Let me log in now. Okay, so once I log in, I'm going to go to your page. And what's your login page?
Tosin Oyeniyi underscore.
Okay, let's try that. Tosin Oyeniyi underscore. I found your work right here. Okay, so we can play one video right here. Okay, so let me go back and share. I'm going to share screen right now, and then we'll have a look at your video. Okay, so let's see. So guys, if you're watching us, this is how we do things in live videos. We just connect on the spot and we make things happen. So bear with us, but we really want to see how Tosin works. Okay, so let's share this one. Okay, so that's you right there, and that's your Instagram page, isn't it? Okay, so let's play that one. Okay. So, can you talk us through it?
You said what?
Is that the,
okay? This is the second color now.
That's the second color. Okay.
Yes, I'm with you. This is the second color. Yeah. This work, the particular work I'm looking at, is not yet out. I'm still waiting for the last color. I'm just etching the last color. So the last color will bring out the beauty. But it's talking about most of my works are basically in my dialect. It talks about Amoakwa-Boadu.
Okay.
The drummers, they are working tirelessly to make people happy. So you know, when we are in a ceremony like that, basically here in Africa, here, basically in Nigeria, you see a kind of that you don't even invite them. They will just come around.
That's it.
They are drummers from separate. You won't even know them. They will just come around basically
just turn up.
Yes, that's a video. You can go more on that page. You can see more. A lot is Amoakwa-Boadu. We call it Amoakwa-Boadu. They are drummers. In English, is drummer. But in our dialect, they are Amoakwa-Boadu.
So let's look at this one.
The kind of party to. Okay. This is the final color for this. The one we talk about.
That's the final color.
That if you wake up in the morning, you have the final color. If you want to chase your dream, you wake early in the morning to go after it. Then you get to it so fast. So this is the final color of it. Let's wait for it.
And normally your final color is black, isn't it? Just to bring out the contrast.
Sometimes blue.
Okay.
It depends on the color I'm working on. I work with color schemes.
Okay.
I have my color schemes. Sometimes I use brown. Yes, but it must be a dark color, either brown, navy blue, black, or it can be very deep green.
Okay. So what kind of paper are you using? What paper is that?
It's just normal printing paper.
Okay.
And it's 80 grams of paper. That's A1. A work as big as this before. I'm still waiting to see more paper. That is one of the challenges I have. I'm looking for bigger paper that is bigger than this. I can't find it here in Nigeria. I can do bigger one, but there's no paper. That's the issue I have. See, this etching, thank God. This where you are now, you are looking at how I etch my works. This is the layer now. I'm etching the second layer.
Right. So from the first layer, you start etching the second layer, and you do that by reduction.
I printed this. That color you are looking on it is the first color I printed. That is yellow. See that thing I'm using is only to bleed away the dust or the unwanted thing I don't see on that work. I will use that to blow them away.
And then you use the brush to also clean.
I use the brush to clean as well. So, but there are some micro dust that I can't even pick with brush. So I use this to blow them off. So this is just the tip. I can't record all of it because most time I use 4 or 5 days in etching just the work. So recording a 4 or 5 days video, it might be, you understand, this is just a tip. Because people used to ask me, how do you achieve this? How do you get this? That's why I give them the tips. This is just the tip out of how I do my etching.
No, that's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah.
No, so it's great work that you do. And there's a lot of work that goes into it. But as you said, you are dedicated and you want to see the best come out.
Yes.
That's amazing. So let's have a look at some of the final works that you've actually produced out of this. And I'm showing these 3 pieces of work. I know that the middle one is the color version of the black and white that we saw.
Yes. So the first one.
Yes.
Just see most of my work revolves me. The kind of background I have, the kind of life I've been living since I was giving birth to. So most of my work revolves around me and my daily experience. See the first one you are looking, the woman that is laughing. I call it contagious laugh.
This is a proper emotional laugh.
Contagious laugh. That's how I name it.
That's it.
I use this to represent my mom. There was a time we are 5 in number as children. So we are very happy to hear that one of us was given admission to study abroad. So that day when I got home, that I told my mom about the news, she was very happy. She was just, I've never seen her laughing the way she laughed that day before. And I pick up that, so a woman can be as happy as this. Because it has been in a lot of problems since our dad left I alone to face us to the kind of situation. Always, she's always thinking about how I want to make us to become a great man. So listen to that kind of news that one of us is out of the country to study abroad. She was very happy. She was just laughing like I can't quantify the kind of life I saw that day. So I now with my hands, okay, no matter how it is, I must make this kind of artwork to tell it to the world that if you do what you are supposed to do, you will always get the gain. Because she was very happy that okay, the outcome is coming now. We are the outcome. To tell the world that what this man left for me, that something good cannot come out of it, he's able to bring something out of it. So I now call it contagious laugh.
Contagious laugh. That's a beautiful piece. And as I'm watching it, I can feel the emotion that's behind it. You know, it's like somebody, as you said.
I call it, in my dialect, I call it Inu Iyadu.
Inu Iyadu. Okay. Contagious laugh.
A mother is happy.
A mother is happy.
Is happy, yes. Inu Iyadu. That's the Yoruba name.
This is beautiful.
But for better understanding of everyone, I call it contagious laugh.
Definitely. And I can definitely feel the emotion through your work. How do you scale up your work? If you want it to be bigger, can you scale it as big as you want?
I do it. But the kind of, like I said, see this contagious love, I made it on A3 paper. It's
A3,
very
okay.
small, very
That's right.
small. So, and I'll go ahead by getting, I work more on my frame. When I want to frame now, I'll come along with a kind of border that will make the work to look a bit bogus than what it is. I started with A3 paper now, but if you can check the size of this work, it's close to 2 by 3 feet. Due to what I had at
because
the
of the frame. Yes.
Yes, but now, personally, the work alone is now up to 2 by 3 feet. So if I add more to it now, I cannot get 3 by 4 feet. So I'm still looking up to seeing paper that is bigger than this, so I can do more better works that are bigger and classic than what I've been doing.
That's true. That's true. So let's talk about the middle one. I know you've already talked about it, but it's in color. So did you use the same tool to do this one, the lino?
Yes, it's all the 3 works are these are lino cuts. The 3 are lino cuts.
Yes. Did you use the same lino for the color as well as the black and white?
Yes, I use the same color. What I did is this. After printing out the color now, if you want, there's an advantage in this kind of lino cut I'm talking about, but it's not always open to everybody. It's best known to me. After printing out the color now, I can print black and white as many as I can. I have the linoleum at home now. If someone needs the black and white now, I can just bring it out, I print it, and I give it to you. Black and white is still there. If I don't sell that, if I have the budget to give it out, or I want to frame it, I might just have to. But if I want to give you black and white, I can give you as much as I have that. It's called a mode. That is a mode. I will just keep printing. But this color now, if I started with 8 colors, I cannot go beyond that 8 colors. If I started with 5 colors, I cannot go down. With 5 copies, I cannot go beyond that 5 copies. But black and
that'll be a limited print, isn't it?
Yes, there are limited prints. But black and white is not limited. I can print as much as I have because I still have that thing with me. So whenever you ask about it, I'll give it to you.
Great. So and then the last piece on this one.
The last work, I call it Joy from Within.
Okay.
Joy from Within. That is
Joy from Within.
The same day I got these 2 pieces, the first one and the last one, the same day.
All right.
So the way my mom was happy that day, I was happy as well. So I used the first one to represent my mom, I used the last one to represent myself. Because I was very happy. I was motivated that if I do more, I can still do more better to make my mom more happier than what she is presently. So I was happy. I have the joy within me. Things are changing from where we started, because nobody believed anything good can happen. But now we are seeing good things. So I was very happy. So I have this work the same day. I have the concept the same day. I just render my mom first. After that, I did the second one to be myself. So I call it Joy from Within.
Joy from Within. That's very beautifully done. And I must say that your message is very, very clear. A message of hope, a message of joy, a message of peace. And I like that really well, because throughout your renderings, I can see a lot of joy, people laughing, people looking up to hope itself.
I do most of my work around my experience. What I experience daily, that's what I work on. Yes, that's what I see. I'll just look around, okay, what's going on here?
No matter how hard life hits you, you must look on the brighter side of life, isn't it?
Yes, that's how I do my things. That's how it is.
Amazing.
It's not all about the bad aspect of it. You must focus for the good part of it. That's what I do.
That is very true. Amazing. Right. So let's look at the last 2 pieces of work. And this one, I love the color scheme so much and the details that have gone into it. The one on the left-hand side first. Let's talk about the one on the left-hand side.
I'm very sorry to tell you this. This art piece is 3.
What is it?
They came together. It's 3 art pieces. They came together. But I was unable to give you the last one.
Right. Okay.
Do you see have the last one? There's one that has the pregnant lady with one
Right.
fetus
No,
will be
I have that
fetus.
too.
Do you have it?
I think it's not part of the pieces that I've shown.
I sent it to
but
you.
there was a third one. Yes.
Ah, okay. This is a life story.
Okay.
I did this when I want to leave university as my final year project. That was where I believe I can do more in learning. This
That's
work is
right.
talking about human life.
Okay.
The one you are unable to show is the starting point. So I named this
Right.
work from womb to tomb. Do you understand it?
Yes. Let's go for it.
From womb to tomb. That's the topic.
Okay.
So
Yes.
it's talking about lifespan of all human beings. The first one
Right.
that is not on the show that you're not showing now, talking about kind of having from blood to fetus and to become a baby show now. The
Okay.
second one now that is before me now, that have the 3 Earths, is talking about the 3 seasons we experienced before leaving the planet Earth.
Right.
So I named each color. The first one is in the womb. This
Okay.
one that has 3 Earths now is called 423. I call it 423. Do you
Okay.
understand what has to do with 423? It's
4, 2,
talking
3.
about 423. Yeah, that's the topic.
Okay.
So what it's talking about now is it's talking about how we live our life. When you came on board, you walk with your hand and your leg. That is
Yeah.
4. That's where I arrive with that 4. When you
So
move on, you become an adult.
of our viewers, I'm going to show this one. That's the first one, isn't it?
Okay, this is the first one, yeah. So
Okay.
it's talking about how we were conceived, how we were given birth, how we grow up in our mother's womb. So I call this in the womb. It talks
In
about
the
what you
womb.
experience, what you see, the 9 months spent in your mommy's womb. So after then, you move to the next one that I'm explaining now. So you see the motif around it. So the next one I was talking about the 3 stages of life. This is the 3 stages of life. I titled it 4, 2, 3. So the 4 to 3 is talking about a childhood stage when you use both your hands and your leg to walk. That is where I arrived with the 4.
You're crawling. That's it.
Yes, that's for your leg and your hand. You use both when you are crawling. So you use both of them. That is where I get my 4.
So for
The second one,
viewers, if you look at the bottom, if you can pause there, if you look at the bottom, there's a child who is crawling at the bottom, and the picture over there is a young person, isn't it? At the top is a young person. Okay, now let's move at the middle one.
The middle one now is talking about adolescence, when you are at your useful age, that you can move anyhow, you can use your 2 legs. You don't need a rod, you don't need your hand, you move basically with your 2 legs. It's talking about the movement, the kind of time I am now, where I have my hand, I have my everything working so perfect. I can move anywhere, I can travel, I can do anything without even having a kind of problem, moving so easy. So you can see the lady is very agile, is not having any problem. So I use that to show the second stages of life. That is the middle one. And the last one, talking about the old age.
That's right.
Where you are able to explain, you are able to use the 3 legs. It's everybody's prayer that when they get old, they should get to the state that they cannot walk again, that they use the stick, the walking stick, to be a kind of support. So that's why I come about 4, 2, 3.
That's amazing.
So he's talking about
life.
And the last one is that's the 6 feet or last respect.
Right. Okay.
We call it 6 or last respect. It's something whereby someone is already dead. So you can see that piece as a cross.
Yes.
The old woman had a cross, symbolizing that okay, the woman is dead.
Yes.
So in most of our posters we see around, you see glorious exit, you see exit of an icon. Most you get most thing they use is what they use cross to be a symbol that this person is no more on planet Earth. So I was able to depict the cross out of the head, showing this person is no more, and I show beneath it those that are under it. I show beneath it where they are at the graveyard. That's the burial site of someone. They want to bury the woman. So it's all talk about how we are giving birth to from conception till we leave the planet Earth. That's what the artwork. Yeah.
Now the three piece, I wish I could add the first one, but it's so beautifully done over here. The last one, especially where you have the cross in front of the woman's face. I mean, had you not talked about it, I wouldn't have seen it. So how do you conceive abstract using lino printing? I mean, it's quite a complex process, isn't it? Yeah.
I went to a graveyard to snap the picture.
Okay.
So and I look at it like, what should I do? I just have to look. When I was now looking at leaving the graveyard, I saw a lot of car bodies. They are moving out of the grave, and I see all of them. All I could see is cross on the poster everywhere. And I think that it seems the best symbol they use that is general for a dead body is the cross. So now I said that I need to add this cross to the artwork. So that's when I came across with that cross.
That is amazing.
It's not always noticeable. My son, this last one here. I love this. The one of the best work myself I recommend to anyone is this that have a lot of edge.
Yes,
I love it so much.
Yes, I mean, I love the joy that you're just bringing through your work. Anybody that sees your work sees joy, peace, laughter, everything, and I'm all for this.
Yes, I love the work a lot. Oh, I can't just which one should we talk about first?
Let's talk about Maya Angelou, and then we'll end with the children. Let's talk about the one on the left.
Okay, this symbolizes my grandmother.
Okay.
So when we are abandoned by our dad,
yes,
our mom have to took the whole of us down to the grandma. That it has happened though. My man said he's no more interested. He has gone with another woman. So at the long run, the woman she was even happy that she could see the replica of her daughter. She was very happy.
In yourself, yes.
She took the hold of us. When our mom go around to fetch for what we used to means of surviving, walking up and down, left and right. So we stay a lot with the grandma. So, but when we wake up, the woman will, after having our morning prayer, the woman will just tell us, don't be panicked and don't think anything inside of you. All I have to tell you is joy. The woman loves to laugh. So that was where I learned the level of me smiling, me laughing. I just learned the whole thing from my grandma.
You have to.
So the day was about to leave the planet Earth. She called all of us. She was not talking to us. But I'm telling you sincerely, the last smile, she was just laughing. I mean the very last day she was leaving the planet Earth. She was very strong. I mean very here. She can't talk much, but she's still laughing. She left. So since then, I believe all that revolved around me has to do with joy. So I did this piece for her. I don't even sell it to anyone. I have 6 pieces of it, and I give it to each children he gave back. Yes, I don't sell any of the work. I frame them, and I do it as a gift to all children. Yeah.
Amazing. Right. Let's talk about the very last one, and I'll let you go. I know I've taken so much of your time. Let's look at the last piece on the right hand side.
I tag this my best work, like I always say. All my works are good, but I love this most.
I love that.
I don't know why.
So I'm not sure why I put it at the last one, but it's also attracted me as well.
The reason being, this should be the first biggest work I will do. The first 2 by 3 feet I will do is this work. When I wanted to start this work, I have a challenge.
Yes.
The problem I have between I don't have money on me. I was very broke. But
Okay.
seeing the art piece, I must do this work.
That's it.
And I go ahead. I went to this picture you are looking at is an orphanage home.
Okay.
And I look like, okay, what should I do? And I pray to God that that is their destiny to work with mine, that I should get money to get the material to do this work. I was just on my own. My brother just called me. Hello, it seems you need something. I said, I need something. Will you give me? He said, just name your price. And I named my price. He gave the work. He just sent the money to me. I was just like, wow, what happened? Is this a trick or what? And I started the work. Like, I feel like coming up with this, it's a bit challenging. Even it's one of the work that most of my time. I spent more than a month on this work.
It turned out so beautiful.
Beautiful, but it takes a lot of my time.
A lot of time, yes.
A lot. Because achieving a head alone takes 3-4 weeks. Now I'm going for like 7 heads now. It's very tedious, but I have the mindset that I'm going for it, and I was able to achieve it.
Very well done. Very well done.
Yeah.
And that's the right spirit that, I want up and coming artists to know that there's a lot of perseverance. You will face challenges, but you have to persevere.
A lot.
Yes. So if you would give any advice to your young self, any young up and coming artist, what would you tell them?
Anyway, I will still have to say something, but I will call myself a young artist as well. I'm a small boy. Okay. I'm a very small boy. But I believe the kind of thing I would like to tell them is if you are looking up to it, it's not always easy. Yes. But have it in your mind, I'm going there.
That's right.
I'm telling you a life story. I once worked in the airport as a security man. Okay. But I believe I must change it up that I have this thing in me. It's in my hand. If I don't have the money to achieve it, let me start from somewhere. But that's today, if pertaining lino court,
that's it.
Nothing you can tell me that I will not be able to tell you 1 or 2 things. Even those that are in the field, they are still asking me 1 or 2 questions that I'm unable to answer them. I will always tell them, let's meet in field, then I will tell you more. So what I want to tell them is they should work more, research more, and know more about what they want to do.
Tosin, I'm so happy that you came today. And thank you so much for the encouragement. And I'll remember this. And I'll be telling the younger ones that are coming that I met a gentleman called Tosin, and he has so much determination and fire within him. If you want people to follow you, I've put the Instagram link at the bottom. So that's Tosin, TOSIN OYENIYI_. So anyone that wants to follow Tosin can go to his Instagram account, and that's the Instagram account that I've got over there at the bottom, so that you can follow Tosin and join in. So Tosin, any last words? I've just displayed your Instagram account right at the bottom, so that a lot more people come and follow you. If they want to buy some of your artwork, can they contact you on Instagram as well?
Straight, they can contact me.
Lovely, lovely.
Yeah.
So we really appreciate you today, and thank you so much for making the time. We will talk straight after the show.
No problem, sir. No problem. You're always welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Viewers, that was Tosin right there in the show. We thank him for making time to make today's show happen, because initially there was a lot of technical challenge with the internet in Nigeria, but he made it and moved to a place where we could actually have this show. So today's show has been amazing, and I want to thank all of you that made time to come and watch us. My latest painting, as I said from the beginning, is a rendition I did of T'Challa, Chadwick Boseman, and it's about his state as a being, a human being, still going through issues. On the left-hand side, you can see him looking up to heaven, even though he knew that he had cancer. He still made time to act as T'Challa in Black Panther. So I've represented him in these 3 forms so that we can see that we should all persevere. And he actually made us look up to him as somebody who is hardworking, and he inspired a lot of children as well. So this is my tribute to him. But yes, moving on swiftly. Thank you so much. And next week, I'm going to bring someone else, somebody who would come and encourage us in the field of African art. I'm going to bring somebody who has also broken through and would like to encourage the young ones coming. But before then, I'd like all of you to go onto my YouTube channel, subscribe over there, go to my Facebook page and like it, and go to my Instagram page and follow me over there. So I'm so glad that you made it today. Thank you so much.